Hi, my Logic Plus Combi 24 boiler heats up water but the radiators stay cold. The boiler initially lights then just stops and gives me a message saying room stat off. I have reset it many times, and the same thing happens. When I turn it off at the mains and run the tap, they are cold. Please can you help? I was told the problem is the room stat is not operating correctly. Can anyone help me with this, as I am in desperate need of a warm house? If it helps, I live in a new built flat, only a year and a half old, and the boiler was new when I moved in. Thanks, Josh.
Hi, I'm Mike and I have 20 plus years of experience as a plumber. I'll be glad to assist you today. Have you brought the thermostat close to the receiver and reset it? Recommissioned?
It is attached to the wall and I cannot remove it. Or could I unscrew it?
What is the model? Do you know if it is wireless?
Yeah, it is wireless. The model on the receiver in the cupboard says RCR10/433GB. Written on the thermost is RDH10RF.
Is there a flashing red light on the receiver?
There is a red light but it isn't flashing. If I reset the boiler it flashes but then returns to being just on and red.
Alright, with that model when you push the reset it erases the memory and you have to do the setup again. Give this a try and see if that gets everything going again. It will be much easier if you remove the transmitter and bring it closer to the receiver. If you have fresh batteries you may want to change them also. That is likely the reason it lost communication. If the batteries have leaked you would clean the pegs that hold the battery with some sandpaper. 1. Press and release the set button. This puts the receiver into learn mode. 2. Press and release the learn button on the back of the transmitter. 3. A good signal is indicated by a green flashing LED. No signal is indicated by a red flashing LED. 4. To test the transmission, press the test button on the transmitter. This will switch the relay on in the receiver irrespective of temperature. The RF test symbol appears on the thermostat display. 5. An orange LED indicates that the relay is on.
Any chance I could ring you to have you talk me through this, please? Or ring me. XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX
Even your phone number is XXXXXX'd out. If you follow the directions step by step, all will work out. It's easier than operating a computer machine. Don't worry, if you have a question, I am right here. Mycar.41594.8636759491.
On the receiver there is one button which is called Overdrive and another one called Learn. Which one do I press?
The Learn button is the set button.
Okay, I followed all the steps as you said. Now there is an orange light, well yellowish, and the green light is on constantly. But now the boiler burner light is staying off, and the display on the boiler now still says boiler room stat off. This is so frustrating.
Very good. The receiver and thermostat are working now. I have to reference about the other message. I will be a few minutes.
Sorry, it says timer or room stat off.
No problem. I don't think there is a fault. We just have to get all the dials on the right selections. Is the mode control knob set to winter?
All the knobs are set to the right places. The mode is set to winter mode, the setting with the picture of a radiator and a tap. Both the water and radiator temperatures are set to max. And the preheat set'll be.
What have you got the wireless thermostat setting at?
It's at 17. House temp is apparently 23 degrees.
So if you turn the temperature setting, does it fire? Adjusting the temperature up on the wireless controller should remove the message and start your heating. Let me know how it goes. I think we are close to having everything working.
I really appreciate all the work you're doing here, by the way. Thank you. I just edited the temperatures on the thermostat from the lowest to the highest, and the boiler still reads the same message. Should I lower the temperature on the boiler itself? It's AMAX at the moment.
No problem. Thanks for the thanks. The heating did work at one time, right? If you look at the pressure gauge, what does it say? You mentioned before you had turned the mains off, is it back on? MyCard.4159.4.9204793866.
Yes, it was working absolutely fine this time last year. I have only been in this property a year, it's a new build, only 1.5 years old. All appliances were brand new, including the boiler. The pressure gauge reads just before 20, about 19 I'd say.
Is your pressure gauge in pounds?
It says CL 2.5 and also PSI. Does that make any sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you. Is the burner light on? It is the light right above the display. Do you still have hot water? MyCard.4159.4.9283597685.
We still have hot water, the burner light is off, but comes on when I turn on the hot tap, and when I reset the boiler it comes on but then goes off again.
Does the thermostat control have a battery icon on the display? Preheat setting to on? MyCard.4159.4.9346208449.
No, it doesn't. This is like a mystery to me. I don't get it. The only icons are a little house, and a sun icon dot, and of course the temperature readings.
Sorry. To clarify, the preheat setting on the boiler should be set to on. The battery icon not being there is good. If that comes up, it just means to change the battery. I think the setting on the preheat is on the wrong setting. It should be on.
It is set to on. It has been the whole time.
Okay. Well, I really thought it was about the right settings, but apparently it is not. Do you know where your motorized diverter valve is? We may have to see if the diverter is sticking. Is the pump running? MyCard.4159.4.9415142245.
I have no idea where that would be. How would I know if the pump were running?
The pump would look something like this. It would be making a quiet humming noise when running. Motorized diverter valve would look something like this. Mic.41594.9469788125.
I don't know how to open the boiler. Would I need to turn the mains off before I do so? What would I need to do once I open the boiler with regards XXXXXXXXXX motorized diverter and the pump?
No, oh no. They are on the piping. Just look at the piping until you locate those things. Mostly the diverter. I think our problem is there. I have to ask though, are you comfortable taking things apart a bit? If not, no problem, but you may need someone to come in then.
I am not famous for my skills in taking things apart and building things, haha. I can try tomorrow morning and get back to you. Would it be okay to ask you more questions tomorrow? How much would something like this expect to be costing if I got someone to come in?
Price, I am not so sure. It really depends on what the issue is. Watch this video, and if you feel comfortable doing this with your not so world famous skill, then check it out. I have a feeling the valve is sticking and just needs to be freed up. Otherwise there really is not much more you and I can take care of. If this isn't it, then it goes beyond the comfort level for any of us. I have never made a customer explode or light up, and I really want to keep my perfect record. As far as finding the right service person, I would call the boiler manufacturer for recommended technicians in your area or ask around with the neighbors. Someone nearby has a trusted tech they use for sure. Feel free to ask questions. I am almost always online. Thank you so much. You may have to copy and paste the video into your browser. I am the plumber, not the computer machine operator guy. Mike. http://www.youtube.com/watch v=in_bay90u.
I will rate you as excellent. You've been really helpful. I couldn't see anything which resembled either of those pictures. Maybe I just don't know what I'm looking for. I will call the manufacturers in the morning or Monday and see what I can get from them. I may contact you tomorrow as well. Thank you so much for all of your help. I just want to have some heating in my house. Not too much to ask, surely. Thanks again, Josh.
You are very welcome, Josh. You have been a pleasure. I think when you get the guy out there to get things going, it will be quite simple and quick. After having the boiler in summer mode, and especially if the preheat is off, then the valve will get stuck. The preheat being on when on summer setting will run the valve and pump every 90 minutes or something like that to prevent it happening next year. I will be here when needed for sure, and also you should know that you can ask for me directly next time you have a plumbing question if you like. Thanks again, Mike.
Thank you. XXXXXXXXXX. Definitely ask for some more help if I need. Probably tomorrow. Thanks so much again. Josh.
Very good. I am not one of those gotta have the last word guys, it's just I have to respond to every comment made on a thread before I can answer others. I just had to say that, or we could be thanking each other for hours. Thanks. Mike.41594.9759618287
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.